Hi, everybody. We are about to go live. Well, we're live now. I hope you guys can hear me clearly. The microphone that I have is not the most expensive one on the map. That's why I hold it up so you guys can hear me clearly. Hi. Hi, Bimbo. Good to hear from you. Yes, Dr. Orji will be very, very soon. I haven't earned it just yet, but very soon. But I like the sound of it, Sounds good. Oh my goodness. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. Guys, I'm so excited for this episode today. We're okay, I'll save it. I will save it. I am so very excited to have this conversation tonight. Today's Monday, and typically we have Notes from Naija Conversations on Wednesday nights. It just feels like a good start to a week when we have Notes from Naija Conversation on a Monday, All right. If you guys are watching, please make sure you are sharing this live to all your aunties, your uncles, your friends, your cousins. Hi, Janera. Good to see you. Thank you for joining Notes from Naija Conversations. Please make sure you share this live. If you're on right now, feel comfortable. Tap out for just a quick second to share it to any and everybody that you know. Here's the link. The link is in the chat, I guess. I don't know how to do it, y'all, but just share it, Oh, I'm so excited to have this conversation. It's going to be thrilling. Hi, how's everybody doing? How the kids doing, Janera? I haven't talked to Muffin. She messaged me a few days. No, not a few days. Maybe a few weeks ago, she messaged me. I hope you had a chance to talk to everybody. Thank you for sharing with Rainy. Oh my gosh, I always look at her content, the clothes. I need to make my way back to Lagos very, very soon to make an appearance and buy a few outfits because what the young kids do, they do this. Clock it. Rainy. Gotta stay hydrated, Guys, I'm so very excited for this conversation. Do you guys know who our conversation is with? If you don't know, please go back and take a look at my stories. Go back and take a look at my my page so you can see the person that we're going to be conversating with tonight. And there's like controversy around that word, conversing. Is that which are the two words? Which one of those is correct? Conversing, conversating. Okay, I'll call her. Can you send me her number, Janera? But also let her know that the only way that she can contact me is through WhatsApp. That's the best way. Clock it. Yep. Oh, I cannot wait. So I should be in Lagos very, very soon. I have, God willing, there's an event that I'm going to be a part of. And I will absolutely make time to get to the closet. Her pieces are beautiful. Beautiful. Hi, Kings. Simony, is that the way you say it? King Simony, welcome. Tune B, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so guys, normally what I do is I have music that's playing in the background during the live, but as I put the lives on YouTube, YouTube can be a hater sometimes, YouTube can be a big hater at times because it will block part of the video. So we can't listen to most of the music today. Ba-dum-bum. Bum, bum. Owen Genius, welcome. How's your Monday going, guys? What is the one thing that you did today that made you feel like, oh, this is going to be a great week? This is going to be a great week. From Philly to Lagos, were you able to join? I'm going to invite you again. We have her trying to join. You made it to daycare in time. That is a good thing. Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, this is my first time on live. Hello, girl.
Really?
Yeah,
Welcome.
never did it.
Oh my
Thank you.
gosh. Well, first off, I feel honored to have you go live with me for the very first
Aw,
time.
of
All the work that you've
course.
done.
Oh, girl, no, all the work that you've done. I've been watching, I've been seeing. I really appreciate all that you're sharing. The farm,
Oh,
girl. Are there any chickens left in Nigeria? Did you take every chicken that there was and put it in the coops? I'm just trying to figure out.
oh my God. Listen, the farm has been, and I've said it on, Earthmate's Farms page. I shared it on my personal page. It has
Mm-hmm.
been like a quiet, stressful,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful, all the words that you can think of. It's been that.
Right.
So to be
Nice.
able to like finally share it is so much under the surface that just hasn't been put out there. But no, there's more chickens in Nigeria.
Okay, because no, I mean I love it. I can't wait till you like unsurface everything for us, but it is admirable. So more power to you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh my gosh. So I was asking everyone before you joined us,
Mhm.
what is one thing that has happened to you because it's Monday, right? Sometimes people
Huh?
get the Monday blues. What's one
Hmm.
thing
Hmm.
that happened to you this Monday that made you feel like this is going to be a great week?
I am starting a new meal delivery service because I can't lie to myself and say I have time to cook single
Oh,
meals just for me. Girl, I had a little bit of it today. They're just like somebody who cooks in their house or whatever and they package meals. Oh my gosh. Where
that's a
have this been
deal.
my whole like I am so impressed. So that has started off my Monday because I'm about to get on track. Like
Ha!
this is great.
That is a big, wonderful start to your day
Yes.
because cooking, meal prepping it's more
Mm,
than a task. It's more than a chore.
more.
It's a job. It's a job,
It's a
especially it's a job.
a job. Like taking care of your body is a job that we like get paid for in the later years. But right now
Mm.
you're kind of just like you're just doing it, you're just doing what you got to do, but it's a job.
Yeah, it is.
It's a job.
I was talking to one of my friends because I'm sure you've seen all over social media and you being in Philly, there's this outbreak of the lettuce having
Oh,
parasites, the
lettuce, eggs,
vegetables.
everything. Can't eat anything.
I'm sorry.
Can't eat
But
anything.
it's
But
not
I'm
just
like, you know
America.
what? If I have a little piece of lettuce and it takes me down 20 pounds for the day, I'll take it.
Oh my God. Listen, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes,
Yes,
then we'll have a
exactly.
fresh start, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's good. I'm proud of you because it takes a lot. And that's a beautiful luxury to be able to
Mm-hmm.
have somebody cook for you because it's a task. Well done.
Yes.
That's a good
Thank
start to
you.
your week. You're
Yeah,
welcome.
what was yours? What did you share?
Mine is okay, a little vain, but my twist out. I've
No, it's
never
popping.
Thank you. I'm so very proud of it. I've never done a twist out before. I'm a wash and go girly. That's just me through and through,
Mm-hmm.
unless I have
Mm-hmm.
my slick back. That's like my signature look.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
took the twist out this morning. Well,
Mm.
not this morning, this afternoon. And I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're,
Mm-hmm.
we're
It is
getting
good.
somewhere. We're getting somewhere.
Love
Oh,
it.
thank you for asking.
Yeah, for
All right,
sure.
guys. Well, let's go ahead and get started. I want to be supportive of your time. You are a busy woman. So, first
Mm.
off, I want to thank you so very much for joining us on this third episode of Notes for Naija Conversations. I'll go ahead and do my quick intro and I want to get into the nitty gritty.
Sure.
Okay, so welcome to another episode of Notes for Naija Conversations, where we have authentic conversations with real people who share their stories that help us to have a better understanding about Nigeria, but most importantly, ourselves. Tonight, everybody, I am so very excited. Well, this afternoon, if you're in the US, I'm
Yeah.
so very excited to be joined by. I hope you can hear me. My mother called
Yeah.
me.
I heard you. I heard you.
Do not.
Oh no.
Right, can you hear me?
Yes. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you now. Every time you say it, it
I
stops.
say
Oh, let
it
me see.
stops.
Okay.
All right, I'm on. I keep getting a phone call.
Oh
All right,
man.
how about now?
There it is. There we are. Nope, it's gone now. Okay. Are we
How
back?
about now?
Yeah, this is good.
How about now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I was getting a phone call back to back to back, so I pray that it's not an emergency. I have them text me. But today, tonight, this afternoon, we are joined by a guest who has built a beautiful, large platform of helping people navigate life between America and Nigeria through law, through immigration, relationship, cross border business, all the things that you can think of. And I'm so super excited to have none other than Miss Victoria here, also known as From Lagos to Philly. Thank you
Hey.
so much for joining us.
Oh, I'm so happy to be here.
Oh my
Oh no, there's a
goodness.
little bit of feedback, by the way, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah,
How's that?
I think that's better.
Okay. Guys in the
Good.
comments, are you able to hear me? And yes, my phone is now on Do Not Disturb. Thank you so much for that. Honestly, it was my mother. Today's her birthday. I gave her all the love. Happy birthdays.
Happy birthday.
So I'll give her a call once we're
Mm.
finished. But please, I'll stop talking. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Who are you beyond your Instagram profile?
Yeah, so I mean, I am it, no, I kind of am hurt hearing a little bit. Hold on. So I am a lawyer. That is kind of what's going on, like with me and my whole life. I spent a lot of time being a lawyer, so I really love that. I've been doing that for 9 years. I've done all kinds of cases, big corporate cases. I was one of the special prosecutors in the George Floyd murder, so I
Wow.
was working on that case a couple years back, and that was one of my biggest, like, best accomplishments. And other than that, I'm a travel girly. I love to go out. I love to just explore. I'm a solo traveler, so I will go anywhere alone, driving through. I don't even care. So that's kind of how I just love to be. So that's just, that's who I am in a nutshell. But I'm so much more a sister, a daughter, a fiance.
Yay!
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for that. You said a few things that like really caught my attention. You said
Mhm.
George Floyd, solo travel, explorer. That hit me, the explorer, because one of the things that I run into being in Nigeria is the lack of the ability to be able to explore solo. And we'll get to that in just a few, right?
Mhm.
So thank you for sharing your background. I want to make sure people can hear you. Perfect. I'll say happy birthday to my mom.
Yeah.
I always like to begin with people in their background. So you share that you are a fiance, and
Mhm.
we know that your fiance is a Nigerian man. Can you
Mhm.
tell us about what was your first connection to Nigeria?
So, my mother used to work in human resources, which is somebody who hires people at a company that helped staff different homes of people who have special needs. So there were a lot of people who were coming in from different countries who needed jobs, and these were very easy jobs to get, and they paid great money if you could just take care of people who had special needs, Down
Okay.
syndrome, but they were adults. So a lot of people that she hired, and she made a very concerted effort to hire people, particularly from West African countries. I mean, one of the people that she hired ended up marrying my grandmother. My I met a lot of friends through that, and even my dad was an immigrant, but he didn't come through that program.
Okay.
But it was just, I had a huge connection to people who came from other countries, and particularly started to build that with my mom's job with people. And so I, just got tapped into the culture. I grew up in the DMV, so
Oh
the
wow.
culture is there. It's everywhere. Everybody,
Chocolate
you
City.
can run it exactly. You can run into somebody from Nigeria just by walking down the street. So it just was in me growing up, and that's just how I got connected to the community and my interest in the community.
Wow, what a beautiful background to be deeply involved in it and probably not even knowing that you were that deeply connected to it at that
Right.
age,
Hmm.
especially being in DC. I've always said that if I wasn't in Nigeria, I would probably be somewhere in DC. Chocolate City is where
Yep.
it's at.
Chocolate City. I mean, I'm just a train ride away. I'm happy to go whenever I can, but it's much cheaper to live in Philly, to be honest.
Yeah, it is. It is. There has to be a certain amount of income that you can make to live in, I was about to say Nigeria, live in the DMV
Oh yeah,
comfortably. Because it's like a mini New
comfortably.
York.
Hmm.
Okay. So what were some, specific moments when Nigeria stopped feeling like just another country to you?
I guess just learning the experiences of people who have come straight from Nigeria to do work and live in America, talking to them, learning about what their struggles are, hearing, just experiencing it in school. I went to public school and there was a lot of, discourse around Black Americans and Nigerians and people being really mean about the Nigerians at school. And then me
Wow.
learning that most of these people had drivers, they had chefs, they had everything at home. And I'm like, oh, well, why are we calling them all kinds of crazy names when they're living way better than any
Way
of us
better
are living,
lives.
than we were? So I'm like, I can't buy in. That's when I stopped buying into the narrative of like, let me talk about, let's think about Nigeria in like a larger way. And
Yeah.
that's kind of how I grew to that. And it just started to manifest itself in going to school. When I went to law school, I met somebody who was a Nigerian master's student. And so they can come over for 1 year, do school and go back,
Okay.
and they get a great credential by going to school. And then, I hung out with those people. And that's how I got introduced to my fiance through one of
Ah,
the students. And I was like, that I have just immersed myself in the community so much that was bound to happen.
yeah, and it's so cool because I wanted to ask you about the story of you and your fiance
Yeah.
because there's so many people that have these misconceptions and all these made
Mm-hmm.
up narratives from things that they've
Yeah.
seen, things that they've heard. They're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, you met him online, or
Mm-hmm.
you met him in person. Is he a real
Mm-hmm.
person? Does he have another family? So those are the stories that we
Girl.
hear being Black Americans um, engaged to or married to a Nigerian. So that's a cool story to meet, a cool way to meet. Wow.
Yes.
Well, what is something that you can say that you have learned about yourself that you don't particularly think you would have discovered in this space, being a lawyer connected to an African man?
Um, I've learned how individualistic I am. I am very solo. Like I said, I like to solo travel. I can spend my birthdays alone. I can spend major holidays alone. Like that is
Hey,
how solo I can be. And so being with him, it's like nothing is solo. There is
yeah,
no, like, all of our conversations, even our relationship, it's not solo. There's people in
isn't
it
that
that I didn't
hard?
even know. It's I'm like, what is happening? But I'm okay with it because it brings me out of my kind of solo shell. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that has taught me a lot about myself, the culture of just, you know, borderline inconveniencing yourself in order to be a part of a community,
Mm,
going through the different pains of people's personalities and their desires and their wants and needs, and kind of just growing with them so that at the end of the day, when you need to call on this community, they're not like, who are you and why are you calling me? It's like,
yeah,
oh, actually, you've been feeding this community for so long. Let's all fall into line when something happens and support you. So I've learned that there is like a real value in not being so individualistic, but being in America, that's kind of how things are. We are
that's all
very
the way it is.
individualistic.
That is.
We're just by ourselves.
Yes, we are. We're by ourselves in work. We're by ourselves in community. And a lot of times,
Hmm.
our families, whether you have a husband and children, you're by
Hmm.
yourself in America as well. That has been something hard for me too. I made a note
Yeah.
about that and I titled it Our Wife. That was a very
Yeah.
hard reality. It's hard because I'm always like,
Hard.
okay, back up. I got
Look.
it. But you need those people because you
Hmm.
just never know how they're going to show up.
You never know.
Wow.
And like when I'm on, man, I made a video about this, but like when we're together and then his family will call or somebody will call and then he just turns the phone to me and he's like, "Hey, say hi." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. Oh
I'm
my
not
gosh.
ready.
I'm not ready. I need to get my mind that I'm about to talk to people that aren't you. Like I need to get my mind right." But that's just how he can just easily pass the phone around. People
Yeah.
can just easily just say hi and have conversation and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is so different." And I am learning a lot through it.
Yeah. You learn so
Yeah.
much about yourselves and it puts you into these space that's uncomfortable, but it just
Yeah.
brings out these new versions of yourself like, wow, I didn't even know this existed in me. So that's
Exactly.
beautiful. Okay. So
Yeah.
that brings me to the next part of love and culture, right? I want to talk to you a little bit about that. What are some of the biggest misconceptions that Americans have? And we talked a little bit about it,
Hmm.
but when it comes to Nigerians. So it's
Oh,
okay to get deep into this.
the list is long, girl. The list is
Yes, it is.
long. And that
Mhm.
saddens me. It saddens me. It pains me. But it's like the whole thing that I'm trying to do with my platform is nobody, like, the liars, cheaters, scammers narrative gotta go.
Yeah.
That's a huge misconception. I'm seeing a lot in my comments about just like the idea that somebody just wants to take from you and not
Mm-hmm.
pour into you in a way that
Yeah.
the men here, like, there are people here who will do worse to you, but they'll just smile on your face and make
And
it very,
smile in your
you'll know.
face. Hey. Mm.
Smile in your face. So it's like I'd rather with people be real. Like, people are much more real, and I don't think that is the narrative. The narrative is that people are lying, cheating, and scamming and things like that. So
Yeah.
it is painful. But I will say that the discussions about like Nigerians and West Africans is very different in the different circles you're running in. Because
Yeah.
when you're
Of
talking
course.
to more educated, when you're talking to people who are in brackets making money, they're there. So there's no
Mm-hmm.
stereotype because there are Nigerians there. There are
Yes.
people from West African in those circles that they're like, oh, my friend, whoever, like,
Mm-hmm.
no, he's not a liar, cheater, or a scammer. He's actually like the CEO of my blah, blah, blah. So
Hey.
it's a different conversation when it comes to what bracket you're working in.
That's right. That's right. Exposure will open your eyes to that,
Mm-hmm.
and you will be less likely to accept the stereotypes if you're not in those spaces, and you're only open
Truly.
to hear what you're saying. What's that song with Young Miami? Where all them scamming?
Oh
That
yeah,
song.
that song. I mean, first of all, I haven't even heard that song the full way through because I'm like,
Me either.
what are we doing?
I
What are
haven't
we
heard it
doing?
either. I
What's
just know
the
the
plot?
chorus.
And I'm seeing
Oh
and
my
I'm seeing
goodness.
Nigerian men playing it in their videos on Instagram, and I'm like, guys,
You're pushing into you're living up to the narrative. You're making it
like,
hard for us to defend
you're
you.
making it hard. Like, you're making it hard for me because I'm sitting here saying you guys aren't liars, cheaters, and scammers, and you're here doing like this and that and this.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
agree with you on that because there are a lot of Nigerians, Ghanaians,
Mm-hmm.
and I've met people that were from Cameroon who are in high places in business and high places in agriculture, high places
Mm-hmm.
in education and banking,
Yep.
because they're the ones that take time to understand the system and use the
Exactly.
system to work for themselves. And I think that's where people get it mixed up, where they think they're scamming that's happening. So
They get
that's
it
a
mixed
big
up.
Yes, that's a big misconception that there's a lot of people that are working to break, and you are
Mm-hmm.
absolutely doing the work with that, helping out
Oh,
the misconceptions in immigration,
yeah.
educating people on it. So, thank you for all you
Mhm.
do. Thank
I
you.
try. Thanks, girl.
You're not trying. You're doing it. You are absolutely doing it, and you
Yeah.
have qualifiers that help to back it up. You back it up with law. You back it up with facts that nobody can argue with. So,
Mm-hmm.
I think those are the best arguments.
Yeah, girl. I try.
Of
Yeah,
course.
it's an important thing to me. It's an
Yeah.
important thing because actually, when people are on the internet saying things, I'm like, okay, now I feel affronted because you're talking about my choice in men, and I have like, I can't imagine that any of these stereotypes are really about somebody that I have invested time, energy,
Mm.
love into. It just can't, like, what are you even talking about? Why would I, why would every man be this certain type of way? It doesn't make logical sense, but I know that it gets views, it gets clicks. I
Yeah.
promise you can just put Nigerian men in your
And
whatever and get views
listen,
because you
the,
just talk and then start talking negatively about them. Oh, blues views blow up, right? It's just
seriously,
the nature of the internet, and our Nigerian friends are on the internet heavy, and
mhm,
it's that is just the nature of the beast. But it's
yeah.
like, we can't keep pushing that narrative because I saw a clip about a dating show that I really hated looking at. Like, it was a woman and she was older and she was like, oh, I'm dating a man, and then the whole like panel of people who she was talking to, she was telling them like, oh, I'm dating this man and I give him money every month, and they're like,
Oh
oh,
man.
where is he?
And they
And she,
immediately
she was
said,
like, Nigeria. The whole audience
oh,
erupted, and I'm like, this is insane. Like, this is crazy to me. Like, it was wildly offensive to me. And when I posted it,
yeah,
a lot of people found it to be offensive. It's just like, that is not like that's not even like that's not even a quarter of the kind of people that are available to meet and know in Nigeria. And then
yeah,
that's the vibe we get. Like, that's just
yeah,
so crazy.
man. And it's so hard to break the stereotypes. And just a little bit about, my history. When I
Yeah.
first started dating my husband, it was really hard for me to share with my
Hmm.
family where he
Yeah.
was from because I automatically knew, and friends,
Hmm.
I automatically knew that it was going to be, who is this man? Are you sure he isn't a scammer? Because
Hmm.
the biggest scammers in the
Hmm.
world are then, oh my God, it was just such a hard. And one
Hmm.
day, maybe when I'm brave enough, I'll be able to share like my story behind that
Yeah.
because it goes a lot deeper than that. But he has
Girl.
since, listen, It's a hard thing to face when you are in connection with somebody who has these specific stereotypes. It almost makes me think about like segregation. Like, what if we were back
Yeah.
in the 60s and the 50s, an African American dating a Caucasian,
Yeah.
and it's almost that. So
It is, no, it is literally that. I have had, when I got engaged, girl, I, first of all, didn't wear my ring for the first however long because I was nervous.
mm-hmm.
Who is he? We didn't know any, we didn't see anybody. Who were you with? You know, besides that, when I did start telling people, somebody got me a candle called Prenup as
Hey,
a gift, as a
what
gift. Yes. And I thought
shade?
this person was my friend. And I was like, oh, you're not my friend. A candle
No.
called Prenup? He got a better job than me. I don't understand. He's got a better job than me. I'm not understanding here.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
The
So that's how
audacity.
it is. It's crazy.
The
Yeah.
audacity. But you
To give
know,
it to me.
what, yes, from people that you think that are there to protect you emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
it's wild. Yeah, I didn't wear my ring for the first year
A
because
year.
a year. That's a whole nother story. So
Yeah.
I'm brave enough to tell that full
Yeah.
story. I will, but there was a lot of
Okay.
things that
I
have
understand.
come from that.
I
And
understand.
I think that's why Notes from Naija has been such a near and dear
Mm-hmm.
experience to me, because it's revealing so much to me, and it's just making me a
Yeah.
much more braver person. So
Good.
wow,
Good.
wow, 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 wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So as someone living between two different cultures,
Mm-hmm.
what differences do you feel like surprise you the most?
What differences surprise me the most? I mean, literally every single day I'm surprised by something. I am surprised by something. I'm surprised by how I thought I was so resilient. I'm like this strong black woman in America. I'm so resilient. I'm so resilient. No, there is no resilience that can prepare you for the amount of resilience you need to not even just like not even live in Lagos, not even live, but like just to visit. You need a lot
Yeah,
of resilience to even visit and be there for 2 weeks. Like
girl.
a lot. A lot. And so like I thought I was resilient. I need a little bit more work. I need a
Yeah.
little bit more work. Yes, I know, because you're living. You're
Listen,
living.
I can absolutely relate to that. I see men, women, even children more resilient than I thought
Yeah.
that I was,
Mm-hmm.
because of the things that they are exposed to at such early ages.
Mm-hmm.
As a Black American woman, I don't feel like I have the right, or I've
Mm-hmm.
earned the right to say that I'm resilient. There are some spaces in my
Yeah.
life that I am resilient, but I have a
Mm-hmm.
lot more growing to do. I
A
can absolutely.
lot more to do.
I'm
A
humble enough
lot
to say
more to
that.
do. Oh
Yeah.
man, it is, that is the one like huge thing, the resilience of the people, and that you have to be on a daily basis. Like me and my fiance have the exact same job in
Okay.
different, like in a different country, in a different company. So
Yeah.
he's in a different sector than I'm in, but we both do corporate litigation. And when I tell you the work that he has to do is infinitely harder, but then he has to drive however long in traffic, in rain, in all this, getting stopped, all this stuff. And then he still comes home and he's laughing on the phone. I said, how are you
Listen,
laughing on the phone?
I'm
I can't even,
tired.
I'm fatigued. Listening to you has tired me out. I'm tired. And he's just like, no, that's life. It's well. It's
It's
well.
well. It's well.
Okay, great. Is it? We'll be fine.
It's
I'll be
well.
fine.
It is well. It
Yeah.
absolutely is well. I get. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
There are some things that I've learned not to say since living. Not to say
Ooh.
that I'm tired. I've learned not to say that I don't know. Those are two things. I'm tired and I don't know, because somebody else is more tired than you, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know means you're not trying. You are not trying,
Okay. Okay. I think
because
that makes
there's a
sense.
way. There
I
is a
think that
way.
you have to, I mean, there's no shortage of opinions and thoughts from our people in Nigeria at all. Like my
Mhm.
fiance has thoughts and opinions. I'll ask him about something. Oh, he knows. He knows.
And if you don't
He's
know,
got
you're gonna
something to
find
say.
somebody that knows.
And then he'll know tomorrow. He'll know
Yes.
tomorrow. There is no I don't know.
Oh, that is such a real reality, and it is so it's humbling. It really is humbling, and I'm sure
Yeah.
that you're able to have those experiences, even being in the US, and then he's in Nigeria, correct?
Yeah, he's in Nigeria. Yep, he's in Lagos
Okay.
right now.
Okay, so have you traveled to Nigeria yet?
Oh yeah, I went 3 times in the
Oh
past
yes.
year-ish. Yep, I went every 6 months during the time of our visa or of our application pending.
Okay.
But we're finally closing that gap, girls. Coming
Yeah.
soon, a few
Yeah.
weeks. I'm so excited. Yes,
Oh my
but
gosh. Early congratulations
crazy.
to you.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Oh my
Yes,
gosh. I have so many other questions about like the marriage, traditional wedding. It's
yeah.
such an exciting moment. So that'll
It's
be
so exciting.
offline.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That'll
yeah.
be offline. Okay.
Definitely.
So thinking about still on loving culture, right? What
Yeah,
is one lesson that you think that you have learned through a cross cultural relationship that applies to everyone?
yeah. I hate to say this one because everybody uses this word so flippantly, but it's you need to communicate. And when I say communicate, I'm not just saying, "Oh, communicate," and then you just close the chat. Don't know
Hmm.
what that means. Communicate means you need to literally talk about everything that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
And we talk about everything that comes to our mind because our thoughts, you can't assume that our thoughts are aligned. Me and you, we can have assumptions about our thoughts because we've lived in a certain kind of culture together. We have
Hmm.
certain shared experiences. But with somebody that's in a cross-cultural relationship and also like a man, you have to, I'm having this thought. I'm having this thought. Can we talk about it and building a safe space so that we can have those conversations about our thoughts without being judged or
Hmm.
without being like feeling scared or
Yeah.
anything like that? Like just having full on, like, can we just have an honest conversation right now? I'm thinking that you're doing this and I don't really it's offending me and
Yeah.
I'm you might not be doing that on purpose, but I'm having this thought and just having a conversation. And with that, my fiance's best piece of advice to me, which I am still learning by the way, still learning, he he has told me that it's important to give the benefit of the doubt. And I am one of the people who are like, he didn't call me for 3 hours. He doesn't want to talk to me. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. But he's like, give me the benefit of the doubt. Ask me if I'm having a hard day. Ask me because I do want to talk to you. I do want to be with you. I do want all these different things, but like you have to give me the benefit of the doubt. And just learning to give the benefit of the doubt through certain things, like you make certain decisions, like I don't like that decision, but like let me give him the benefit of the doubt. And then turns out he had a whole thought process you didn't know about because you guys have
That you
different
didn't know
cultures.
about.
You didn't know
I can.
until you
That
talk
hits
about
so
it.
hard. That one hit so very hard.
Right? Right. You had no
Oh my
idea. I'm like,
god.
wow, I couldn't have even thought about this if I tried.
Yeah, yeah. That resonated so hard because there's so many situations that I've experienced in my marriage, even especially in our dating stage,
Hmm.
where I just could not even fathom some of the explanations that that came up. Like, you know what? I didn't even think about that. I'm gonna just shut up. I'm gonna just shut up.
Girl.
It's a
And don't
real
you dare
thing.
share them. And don't you dare share them with anybody because somebody will get on these interwebs and be like, girl, he got a second wife.
You
Girl, he got
crazy.
this going on. Blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like people are just so, but
Mm.
it's really for your partner that you love and you trust and you care
Trust.
about and all of
Trust.
that trust you have to give some benefit of the doubt because he's
Hmm.
giving me benefit of the doubt all day because I'm acting crazy every which way, especially in that 1 week. And so it's like benefit of the doubt. I mean well. He means
Hmm.
well. I mean well. We both mean well. And that's like with the cross cultural, you just have no idea. You just have
Yeah.
no idea.
You don't. You absolutely don't. And it goes for both Americans dating
Hmm.
Americans, Nigerians dating Nigerians.
Everyone.
You learn so much through communication. Like you said, it may sound
Hmm.
like the most basic of the basic things, but it is.
Hmm.
Those basic things will carry you so very far. And it
Yeah.
takes a lot of discernment, right? A lot of
Lots.
discernment and communication to build that trust.
Yep.
So shout out to you for bending backwards to give the benefit of the doubt and then
Got to.
literally sit down and open new parts of your mind to know
Hmm.
when to speak or know when to receive
Hmm.
because
Oh,
it's
girl.
hard. It's hard. It's
Girl.
hard to
Because I want to speak
decipher.
all the time. I want to speak all the time. But I know that if I speak, mm-mm. Yeah. So you learn to pull it back a little bit,
Mm,
definitely, just for the benefit of the group, the benefit of
yeah.
the couple,
Hmm.
and that's but that's something that you have to be open to, and you have
Yeah.
to be open to having accountability to that. So when he's like, Victoria, this is a lot. We're having this discussion, and I don't feel like I'm being heard or whatever. I have
Mm,
to be the person who's like, oh, actually, you know what? You're right. I am kind
yeah.
of doing that. Let me
Yep.
step back So
Yep.
having that accountability is another one. Like
Mhm.
accountability is, I wouldn't be able to survive it without that.
Isn't that beautiful
Yeah.
when our partners are able to hold up a mirror to us and we're able to
Mm-hmm.
see versions of ourselves that we have never seen before or never wanted to
Never.
confront? Beautiful. Beautiful. Well done.
Girl.
It is well. It is
It is
well.
well. It is well.
All right. I'm going to shift gears a little bit and I want to dig
Yeah.
into some immigration and law.
Yeah.
The coolest thing that she said to me was, I don't even know if I can use the word cool, but I'm sure that that was a heavy, heavy experience being a part of
Mm-hmm.
the case for George Floyd.
Yeah.
But thank you for what you do.
Aw.
I know nothing about law. I don't even know how to have a conversation around it besides these are my rights.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to focus your work on immigration and cross-border relationships?
So in my day job, I do litigation for like banks. I don't
Mhm.
do any of that for my day job. Like I am very technical. I have a specific practice. That's what I do. But in my free time, based on just like having filed this K-1 visa for my like with my fiance, it is it has opened my eyes to the this area of law, this immigration area of law, which is so
Yeah,
interesting. It's ever evolving, and right now every single day there's a new policy, which keeps it exciting is not the right word because it's really impacting people's lives right now,
yeah,
but it just keeps it interesting and just evolving. So I got into that as like, okay, I don't think you need a lawyer to file these papers, but I think you need a lawyer to explain how
mm-hmm.
to do it.
Okay,
So not
okay,
necessarily do you need me to do all the stuff for you. You just need to know what does this paper say? And the
yeah,
fact that they have these really convoluted, long application processes for people who may or may not have English as their second language or their third
or
language
the
to be filling out. And then if you miss a signature, you're denied.
oh
If you
my
miss
gosh, it's such
this,
a lengthy
you're done.
process. Yep,
It's so long, you'll wait for months and months and months to be denied because you didn't realize that they were asking for something because it wasn't clear. So I
yeah,
started a YouTube channel to try to talk through what it is they're really asking for, not to like be like, oh, this I'm your lawyer, I'm giving you legal advice. None of that. It's just like
yeah.
here is in the plain English what they're asking for because
Free
they're not gonna
game.
free game. I want you guys all to win. This is me encouraging these relationships because
Yeah.
I want everybody to not get denied, just for
Mm-hmm.
especially for basic missing paperwork because you didn't see this or you didn't see that. They make it just so hard for people that are like regular people who aren't lawyers. Like even for us, we had to go through these paper like with a fine-tooth comb to make sure
Hmm.
everything was right and everything was good. And I'm like, this is even kind of confusing to me too. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to help.
And you absolutely are helping because
Yeah.
conversations like this are needed across the board. I can remember that whole visa process and
Yeah.
it like you said, like a fine tooth comb. It is
Fine-tooth
that
comb.
meticulous, it is
Mm-hmm.
that tedious, and you are doing the work for the people that don't know how to and don't
Mm-hmm.
want to because it's a lot
Right.
of money. It costs a lot of money to get a lawyer. It's not
A
impossible
lot.
to do it on your own, but you need people like you with the education and the experience like you to get through it and not get denied for the smallest things because it happens.
I mean, can you imagine months and months of waiting, $700, $800 down the drain because
Yeah.
you forgot a form? Like right now, they're denying people for not signing with a real signature. Like it is very, and you just don't get your money back. You
No, you
just
don't.
don't get your money back. That is, people are getting denied for their social media pages. Guys, if they're
Oh
asking
my
for social media
gosh.
pages,
So see,
please
that's
take
what
off.
people don't think about.
They
Social
don't think
media.
about it. They don't think about it. They're
Okay, so
denying
let's
you.
what are some things that people should avoid having on their social media if they're going through this K1 process?
Because like look, you obviously know, as a country, as law and ordery as we are as a country, they
Yeah.
don't want anybody showing guns, they don't want anybody doing drugs, they don't want anybody who looks like they're doing anything like close to a scam or romance
Mm-hmm.
scam, or you if you have
Mm-hmm.
any evidence of that, they don't
Mm-hmm.
want to see that. And they have more powerful tools than like the random trolls on the internet. They are going to
Yes.
look back. What did you delete? What do you have? They're not just checking to see what you wrote on a tweet 10 years ago. Like this is serious stuff. What are you connected to? What are you talking about? Are you like the basics is you're not talking negatively about our government. Like that is
Yeah. That's
table
big.
stakes. Like that, you know, you cannot be talking negatively about the government, but you
Yeah.
also cannot be showing that you're going to come here and be a burden on our society. And that
Mm-hmm.
is with the drugs, with the guns, with the romance stuff, with
Yeah.
any inkling that you're not an upstanding citizen. You need to just get that off your page, and don't
Yeah.
just list it and think that they're not going to check it, because they are. People are getting denied at that moment of, you finish your interview, you give them your social media, they check it, and then they come back and say, actually, we thought we were going to accept you, but we're denying you.
Wait a
And that is
minute.
happening right now.
So there's situations where they are able to deny they approve you, and then
Yes, they go
later
back
on.
and deny you. Yes, right before they issue, they can do anything, but between the time at the end of the interview and the time that they say, like, oh, we're going to check your social media, they don't
Yeah.
have to give you the visa. They can say at the interview, yeah, you're approved. They go and check your social media. They see some stuff they don't like. Actually, you're denied. Come pick up your passport. You don't have a visa.
Wow. So it's not legit until you have that visa in
It's
your
not
hand.
legit. And people are selling off, quitting jobs and everything before they have their passport in their hand. Do not do that. Don't do that. That is not a thing that should be done, because you can think in your mind, I was just approved at the interview. The interviewer loved me. It was amazing. And then go back and get a thing that says, actually, after the social media check, you're denied.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
So,
serious.
okay. So how do you think you can give people hope and balancing with, helping them understand the
Mhm.
realities of the legal process? How do you give people hope with that?
I think that you just say, you know what to do. Like, in your mind, if you're thinking about it in a way, would you accept yourself if you were a
Mm-hmm.
sovereign country? Would you accept somebody like you into your country? And if you
Yeah.
just think about that, and you think that you are this person who is upstanding or a great citizen, and you do all of the research, and you watch all the YouTube videos, you are looking at all the forms, you do every single thing that you can possibly do to make sure
Yeah.
that your application and everything is set, then that should give you a lot of hope, because that's all you need. That's all I did. That's
Yeah.
all we did, is really deeply research, deeply embed ourselves in the communities of people who are doing and applying for these types of things, so we know what's going on.
Yeah.
But all you need is to just do it, is to
Yeah.
just research. I think some people are kind of like, oh, I don't have to look at that. Oh, I don't have to
Yes,
Google
you
that.
do.
You got to Google everything.
Yes, you
And you need to
do.
get in the forums. You need to get on Reddit. You need to get on Facebook. I don't even have Facebook for real, but I only use it for the visa process to see what other people were talking about. Like, you
So
have to
you're a
really,
researcher.
I'm a, I love to research.
You're a
I will
researcher through
research
and
it
through.
down to the ground,
That's
to the
See, that's my
ground.
husband. I'm not the researcher. I'll put it all together, synthesize and make it sound and look
Mm-hmm.
good. But he's the digging.
Dig.
Shout out to both of you.
I need to know. I need any question that pops into my mind. I don't just say, oh, that's a fun question. I'm like, let me dig into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, wow. See, these are the things that people don't think of, and people don't know that the process is this meticulous. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
I didn't know it even when we were thick
Mm-hmm.
in it. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
realize that this is a lot of work that was done. I just remember the days, the questions, the signatures, the money, the time, the conversations, the research that he
Mm-hmm.
did. Because
Look,
oh my gosh, it
I'm
was
saying
such.
it is terrible. It's
Hmm,
terrible. But it really it goes back to the whole thing where um you have to be very open with
yeah.
your person in this process.
Hmm.
And I think that people are like, oh, I'm gonna like not be as open as I wanna
You
be
got
until
to.
like, you have to be as transparent, because guess what? If you don't find it, the government will.
Yes, you have to be
If you don't,
naked,
you
beyond
have to be
naked.
fully exposed to this person, both of you, because they're going to be
Both of you.
asking questions. They want to know, you're filling out forms, they're filling out forms. I need to know everything. And if you waste my time and money lying at the end of the
Hmm.
day,
Hmm.
you can expect that we're going our separate ways. You can expect
Absolutely.
that that's the end of it. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's another reason that, like, when you're connected with people or somebody that's in a different country, people don't know this process that you're going through. So they don't know how
Mm-mm.
deeply embedded you are into one another and how much you actually know about one
Mm-hmm.
another.
Oh,
So,
they do not know. They I think you see what's on 90 Day Fiance, and you're like,
oh, yeah.
you know,
I love
they
that
don't really
show.
know much about them. But I love it. But I love it.
Me
And I'm
too.
like, should I? I was like, you know that they email me all the time. They email me all the time, and I'm like, no, we could never. We could never. We could never. It's too much invasion. We're both the professions that we're in. I mean, they could never. We couldn't talk about anything on the show because we talk about work. You know, there's a
Yeah.
lot. There's just too much. But I'm like, guys, but they don't tell you how much you have to know
Yeah.
about the other person. He knows everything down to the expiration date of my passport. That's
Yeah.
how granular we are.
Yep. Social security
But
number, previous
everything,
relationships, previous
every previous
addresses,
relationship,
every single previous relationship, every single
everything,
previous address, everything.
everything.
Everything. Things that I forgot of. I'm like, oh, why didn't you?
Exactly, exactly.
Oh my gosh, it takes a significant amount of trust and absolutely
Yes.
communication. So when you brought up communication, my mind immediately went to that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you are extremely passionate about what you do. It shows in
Yeah.
every single post, every single conversation that you have, and the one we're having now. Why do you think that you're passionate about helping people build business and assets across the border specifically?
Well, what I have seen and what I've talked to my fiance about and all of his friends who are in business, law, every banking, all kinds of different industries, it is just that you have to diversify. And here, diversifying, you have a portfolio you have houses, you have stocks, you
Mm-hmm.
have different things, but having that somewhere else where the market is always growing, like I have never seen anything where the rents are always rising. You
Yeah.
have a property, you can raise your rent 300% and no one blinks an eye. Here,
No.
it's 2%. It's 2% at a time. You know what I mean? Like, you
Yeah.
can't do that here. So there's a lot of things, ways that you can make money across borders that I don't think people are privy to because I had no idea. I had no idea until he was telling me. I mean, there were just so many different ways. And I think what's really important is that people once you can build a little bit of trust,
Yeah.
the market opens up for you.
Most
And I think
definitely.
that is the piece. And I'm also just pushing people to get your face on Instagram, start talking to people, get on YouTube, start talking to people. Because once they trust you, they'll do business with you. And
They will.
that is the hardest resource to come by. I think when I visited Lagos, hardest resource to come by was trust.
It was people and yes,
It's the
absolutely.
trust.
I can absolutely see that with the farm. We started building the farm while we were still in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And my husband being from Nigeria, he still had connections here, but you still have
Mm-hmm.
to be cautious and still have to,
Mm-hmm.
have discernment behind that. But when you have the connection to the people and the trust of the people, building those business and those opportunities and creating those assets makes it that much easier. Wow.
So much easier, and that is part of the reason why I'm building this platform. I know my fiance is going to come here. He's going to become a lawyer in the US, and I want
Yeah.
us to have a cross-border law firm, and I want us to do cross-border trust and estates, which is money managing your assets, managing all of your investments, like making sure that everybody on both sides of the continent, of the world, are able to be feel trust, have that trust for a law firm in a
Okay.
way that you really wouldn't normally have. If you're here dealing with us, you can know that you can trust what we're doing in Lagos, in Nigeria generally. So that's what I'm trying to do with part what I'm trying to do with this platform and what we're trying to build later
Yeah.
on.
Wow,
Yeah.
and I can totally see that. Like you're putting the groundwork in, you're building the
Yeah.
foundation. So I don't see that that's going to be an issue for you or your fiance to build that cross-cultural law firm.
Yeah.
I do have one question. When I think of law, right, I think of
Hmm.
people like lawyering lawyering up because they've done something wrong. How does
Yeah.
that work with the cross-cultural firm between the U.S. and
Hmm.
Nigeria? Because if
So
somebody
this is
committed a crime in the U.S., how does that, how do those
oh
connect?
so
Like, help me
no,
understand.
girl, we're not
Okay.
dealing in crimes. Mm-mm.
Okay.
I can't deal in crimes. But
Okay.
what I'm talking about is protecting your assets. So for
Got it.
example, wills. When you have, doing your will, making a trust so that you have money, you protect your money in America, you protect your money in Nigeria. He knows how to do most of that stuff in Nigeria. He doesn't yet know it in
Okay.
America. I know most about it in America. Doing things like that, making sure your money is protected. If you making sure you're not getting scammed or defrauded in either country.
Mm.
If you are, I can sue for you because I know that is what I work in now. So
Okay.
there's this aspect of protecting your wealth, protecting your generational wealth with the law firm on both on this continent and in Africa. So that's
Wow.
kind of what we're going to try to build.
Hmm.
I think we can do it. I think
You
it's a really
can.
important.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
You are
We're
doing
doing it.
it. You are
Yes.
doing it.
Yes, it's very important. We need that. We need that understanding of both places. And we have such a huge population of really high achieving Nigerian people who want to invest in Nigeria, who want to, have their assets, protect their assets. They have pensions in Nigeria, whatever, don't know what to do with them, don't know
Hmm.
who to trust with them, don't know who to see. Okay, who's going to go see my land? Who's going
Hmm.
to make sure that my land's being taken care of? Nobody's on it. Who's going to make sure the grass is cut? Like small things,
Wow.
protecting your assets. That is what we want to aim to do.
What they
Exactly.
do? They do this. What is this?
Yes,
Yes.
exactly.
Clock
That's what
it.
we want to do.
That is awesome because there are a
Yeah.
lot of African Americans who are just like waking up to the opportunities of building in
Yeah.
Africa. So
Mm-hmm.
to know that we have people like you and your husband that are available to
Yes,
protect these assets, even in the smallest increments, it is such a
exactly.
comforting thing to know. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Okay. Um, so one other question about business and opportunity. Looking ahead, right? Five,
Hmm.
10 years. Can you tell us a
Hmm.
little bit about what excites you the most about Nigeria's future?
Hmm. Hmm. I think people are waking up to it not being this so far off place that I can't go and see and visit for myself. I think the more people that get over there, experience it for themselves, see what it's like,
Mm-hmm.
that will really open up people's minds. I think
Yeah,
that's the problem with being so far away. And it's like when people hear, to me, I can no longer hear it as like a foreign place.
most
But
definitely.
I think that it is when people hear it, they're like, oh my God, what is it like? My boss one day was like, oh, I saw that the what is that alert? It's like alert 4 or like alert red for
Oh, like
how
the
we
levels of
rank
danger.
company. Exactly. He's like, did
Yeah,
you feel safe? And I was like, yeah, it was fine. It was fine.
girl.
So that kind of thing, like really talking that through is
Hmm.
important. Like I think that really seeing people go to the continent, go to the country, see what it's
See for
like.
yourself.
Actually, figure out how you can help. I mean,
Hmm.
figure out how you can invest money into the things that really need to get done, particularly like infrastructure.
Yeah,
Learn about it, see what you can do,
definitely.
because if you can fix a road, if you can help with certain things around the country, I
Hmm.
think that you will have such a good, like your legacy will be great. People will
Hmm.
know you. People
Most
will
definitely.
understand that you have the country in mind as opposed to just coming to take. So I
Hmm.
think there's a lot of different things that are exciting on the horizon, that I hope people can just like go and visit and see.
Yeah, and that's so cool because I think you and I are able to have these conversations because
Yeah.
being on the continent and seeing the misconceptions and seeing the things that our African Americans are
Hmm.
afraid of is kind of cool to share. Like when I think it was like the first month or so that I was here, people kept calling and saying, "Look, it's about an outbreak of Ebola," and I'm like,
Right. What can I
"It's
do?
not.
We're
It's
fine.
COVID over there, right? We're
I'm
good, right?"
I'm telling you, when you travel, I went to the travel doctor at Penn
Mm,
Medicine. When you travel, they're like, here's what you can't eat. Don't eat anything that doesn't come in a package.
yeah,
And I'm like, I'm sorry.
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
doing
eat in
that.
Kobe. Like I'm gonna eat all the foods that I want to eat. Like I just give me the malaria pills. I don't have anything else to do. Like just give me the pills. Just give me the malaria. Like I don't want to talk about what I'm gonna eat and what I'm not gonna eat because I'm going to eat.
I'm going to eat. And
Yeah.
speaking of the food, like I didn't even want to get into that. The food
Yeah.
here has been so very good to my body compared to the food in
Ooh,
America. The
girl.
inflammation gone.
Hmm.
The I never had bad skin. I had a few breakouts here. That's because of the heat and I'm sweating, but
Uh-huh.
the inflammation is gone. The bloating gone. The
Really.
the oh my gosh, that's a whole different conversation. So I'm going to eat. I'm going to eat the food.
I'm gonna eat the food, and every once in a while, I get a little sick, but because I took a risk, ate from a place that I don't know much about. My fiance was like, well, "Maybe you shouldn't eat there." You know what I mean? Like, maybe you shouldn't eat there, and I'm like, "No, no, no. I'm a
I want to
trooper
try
for this
it.
place. I want to try it. It looks so good."
Listen, I did eat at one place. I went to Abuja and I really was
Uh-huh.
craving like something different. I think I wanted I wanted pizza. That's what I wanted. They
Ah.
didn't have pizza, but I saw on the menu pasta and I was like, I'm gonna get it. I ate the
Mm-hmm.
pasta and it was so good. It was chicken Alfredo pasta, but it did
Oh
not
yes.
agree with me later.
No.
It did not
Mm-mm.
agree with me.
It wasn't filling you,
It
but you
wasn't
were
feeling
feeling
me.
it.
I was feeling it at the time, but it wasn't feeling me.
Girl, because every time I come, I'm like, I need to taste the home. Where is the burger?
Yeah.
Let me just have a quick burger just to hit the spot real quick, and then I'll go back to eating what I'm eating.
Yeah. You know what I really miss?
Mhm.
And then we're getting off
What?
the topic for a little bit, but I really
Yeah.
want, like, one day I called my family. I was like, I just really want a sub. I want a hoagie. I want a hoagie.
There is nothing like an
It's
Italian
nothing.
hoagie.
No,
Nothing
it's
like it.
not. It's not.
Nothing
But
like
it's not
it.
here.
No, not even
It's not here.
close. I mean, you
No,
could, but
I
no,
haven't
I
seen
don't think
lunch
so.
meat. I haven't seen lunch
That's
meat
it.
anywhere. I
Mm-hmm.
haven't
Mm-hmm.
seen lunch meat.
None.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah.
All right. So I want to get into some rapid fires. I'm just going to ask you a
Sure.
few questions and you tell me
Yeah.
this or that. You ready?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So Nigerian jollof rice or American rice?
Yeah, I need a party jollof rice from a
Hey.
great wedding. That is my favorite.
Yes.
Yes.
Your favorite Nigerian food?
Well, I mentioned it, and Kobe is my top one. Love it. I love it so much. It's very spicy, and that's my vibe.
There you go. Your favorite
Yeah.
place to visit in Nigeria?
There are two. I like Nikkei Art Gallery a lot, but my favorite place is um my fiance's sister's living room. It's just the place I love to
Oh,
be
that's
all the time.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I hope she's watching. That is
I
so
know.
beautiful.
It's my favorite place. I'm like, where is the wine? We're gonna sit, we're gonna talk.
Oh, that's your sister. Oh my gosh.
Hmm.
One American habit Nigerians should adopt.
Shoot, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. I think that shoot, that one's stumping me. That one's stumping. I think I really want Nigerians to be a little bit more upset. I feel like we get very upset here when, I mean, if there's a pothole or if there's something that's going wrong, we are up in arms. We are up in arms. People are marching down. It'll be just like a street sign missing. We're marching up and down at City Hall. I
You know
think
what?
that I really need y'all to be more upset
About the infrastructure and
about things that are wrong.
you know what? I'm
I'm
going to
mad.
agree with you on that because the road system, it pisses me off.
Get mad. The thing is that I think that the people are great at adapting, and that is a
Mhm.
double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Like you
Mhm.
adapt, but you also are not like get mad. Get mad. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. All right. One other rapid fire question.
Mm.
If someone is visiting Nigeria for the very first time, what's one thing they absolutely have to experience?
Besides going to like a wedding, for sure, you have to go to a wedding.
That's a
And there's
must.
one happening every day, so don't worry. Um, you have to go. I think you really have to experience. Hmm. Like you have to, like I mentioned, my favorite place. I think you really have to experience somebody's home that you know, that's somebody adjacent to somebody that you love, and what that feels like on a Sunday afternoon. Like
Oh,
Sunday rice, Sunday people visiting and staying way too late, and you know you got work tomorrow, but you're hanging out.
I
You know,
love
you went
that.
to church for so long, you're here, you're talking. Like I really think that that is something that people really need to experience because I think that would if we did that here, that would change everybody's feelings. Like
Oh
we
my
have Sunday
gosh.
dinner, but it's not a thing anymore. Like, Big Mama's gone and now, we're not cooking dinner anymore. But
That's
if
right.
we had Sunday rice, like Sunday, I would call that would be the name of the book. Sunday
Sunday
rice.
rice. Oh my gosh, Victoria, that is such, as you said that, like my shoulders dropped. I felt this like
Yeah.
immense immerse of just like
Mm-hmm.
comfort because it's something that doesn't just happen on Sundays here. It's something that happens on a random Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's such a beautiful experience with
It's
the
beautiful.
community. Oh my gosh. I second
Mm-hmm.
that. I second that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So before we go, I want to first off thank you so much for being
Oh.
open and honest
Mhm.
and vulnerable in this space, especially for being your first time on live. Thank you.
Yeah.
You've done amazing.
Thank you.
Where can people find you and what are some projects that you are currently working on that we absolutely need to know about?
Yeah, so I have a YouTube channel, like I mentioned. Make sure you check that out if you're looking for all things. We're gonna do the whole thing from the K1 visa through him adjusting his status and how we go from there, getting him professionally licensed and everything like that. So that's on my YouTube. I have a Substack where I kind of write about our love story a bit. So check that out.
Oh,
And
I have to
also here
check
on
it out.
Instagram. Yeah, you have to check that out. On here on Instagram, I'll be talking a little bit more about his transition. So we're on a final countdown right now. I'm going to do a little first 90 days, just like a 90-day fiance documentary. We're going to just really get into all the things that we have to do, getting into how we're getting married, all these different things, just trying to document the journey. And what I want to show is that this is not your typical love story. This is not your typical couple. It is not going to be the stereotypes that people think. It is going to be a joining of two, what I would consider powerhouses, and
Mhm.
creating our legacy in front of you guys.
That's exactly what it sounds like. And I think that's what most people forget about
Yeah.
Nigerians.
Yes.
I think love comes as it goes, but
Yeah.
business and how we can build together is
Mm-hmm.
always at the forefront. Oh,
Always at
fabulous.
the
And you are
forefront.
the living example of that.
Yes. Yes.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
thank you so very much for joining us on this
Yeah.
episode of Notes from Naija Conversation. Those of you that are watching, thank you so much for joining. If you didn't get a chance to see the live today, it will be available to you, the full story on YouTube. But that is it. And you guys have a wonderful night. Bye.
Thanks. See ya.